Hey everyone, welcome to the Wu-Man Chu Chronicles. This is Wu-Man Chu coming to you live from the slums of Shaolin. Tonight I have a very special guest. His name is Chrystian Taylor. He is the guitarist for the deathcore band Oathkeeper. Hey Christian, what's up, dude?
How's it going, Wu Man? Happy to be here.
Me too, man. Me too. Looking forward to interviewing tonight and all that good stuff. And we're gonna go and deep dive uh into your music career. So.
I'm ready.
Looking forward for people joining us on YouTube and interacting with us. So feel free to jump in with your questions and we'll answer them as we go along. So Christian, you are in the band. You're the guitarist of one of the guitarists for the deathcore band Oathkeeper. How did that come about?
So I guess I'll start it from the beginning. What Oathkeeper was originally. A couple years ago, we actually played Sareth Fest as a band called Elation, and it was me and the same drummer that we have now, Andrew Campos. We started off as that band. Wasn't as heavy by any means as what we are now. It was more like ambient, like post-hardcore, I guess you could say. And we played that show, and we had our old bass player Derek, which he ended up being an Oathkeeper too. We started there, and then after a month or two of being Elation, we decided that we wanted to do Oathkeeper, and we wanted to play heavier music per se, and we all mutually agreed on it. So we started Oathkeeper, and that's how it came to be. I've played guitar for about a little over 7 years, and I always knew I wanted to. I was never in a band like seriously as a guitar player. I've been in bands prior that I was a vocalist, and I enjoyed that a lot too. But I knew for sure I wanted to play guitar in a band, so that's how it came about. Me being a guitar player.
Awesome, awesome. So you live in my hometown of Pueblo, Colorado. What brought you to Pueblo, Colorado?
So it was actually my parents. My dad, he works for like chemical plants and stuff. He originally, we moved from Arkansas, and he had the job offer to either move to Pueblo to work at the chemical depot here, or to work and somewhere in Kentucky. And he gave my mom the choice. He was like, we can move there, or we can move to Colorado. And my mom wanted to see and live in the mountains, so she went with Pueblo, and that's how it came about.
That's pretty awesome. Speaking of your dad, you've been playing guitar since you were 16, and your dad played, and now I know where all the music background comes from. So,
Yeah,
what was it like to see your dad play guitar?
it was really cool growing up with it. Even before like I was 16, I would always grab his guitars without permission. I'd get in trouble, but I would just mess around with them and try to teach myself stuff. And yeah, it was really cool just seeing him. He played in like cover bands and stuff, so I don't think he ever played like he wrote original music, but he never played in like an original band. And then his dad, my grandpa, which has passed away now, but he played guitar too for many years. And yeah, it's in my blood, so I knew it was going to happen for sure.
Absolutely. And you mentioned Elation earlier, and you were also in Severed Reputation. They were also on the Sareth Fest bill. What is the story behind Severed Reputation?
So Severed Reputation. That band started, I believe, in 2016. I was the vocalist for the band. We were more of like a metalcore gent band. It came about. I was in a prior band. Me and Andrew, our drummer, still to this day. We've been through like 4 bands together. So before that, we were in a band with someone, I won't say his name, but someone that's not very well liked around the music scene, and that's where we got the name. We decided to quit that band because we knew it was for the best. Then we started a new band, and we named it after that person. Not after them, but kind of their standing point. Had a severed reputation all over and that's how it started.
Indeed, and so your ultimate goal for Oathkeeper is to go on tour and make a living off of it every single day. Why did you choose that as the end goal?
When did I or why?
Both.
So when that's always been my goal since starting the band. It's my passion, honestly. I've always wanted to do what I love and go on tour and work hard for it. I know it's definitely not an easy thing to do, but I know what it takes, and hopefully we'll get there eventually. But yeah, I definitely, and I know my bandmates, they feel the same about it. That's one thing that's super important in my bandmates is that they're as serious about the project and the band as I am, and they contribute the same amount of effort and stuff that I do. And everyone should pull their own weight and stuff like that. And I'm grateful to say that everyone does currently in this band, Oathkeeper.
Indeed, there's some cool dudes. So, and I'm like, we're always thankful of you guys being on the same bill as Sreth and myself on Sreth Fest every year. So I remember just like seeing Elation for the first time, and then like watching the playback for the live stream, and it was like your first performance ever, first live performance ever, and it was pretty wild.
Yeah,
Good time.
that was super exciting, honestly, especially being live streamed. And we were really nervous at that point because, like you said, it was our first show. And but I think it went really, really well. And the video and everything that David got was fantastic. So we couldn't have been happier with it.
Absolutely, he's definitely a cool guy. And let's see, and it was a really quick experience for sure. And with Zach helping out with the mobile
Yeah,
device.
Zach too. I love that guy. I miss him. He
Yeah,
moved to Arizona, dang it.
indeed. I guess he's supposed to be back for the fest, playing drums again. Yep.
Nice. That'll be awesome to see him. I'm definitely gonna try to make every single date of the fest this year if I can, as long as I'm not tied up with work or something. That's the only thing. But usually I'll request the days off so that no matter what I can go.
Absolutely. We love seeing you there and everyone there, and it's just awesome. And speaking of work, you work as a bud tender, selling cannabis. How did you get into that industry?
So I actually quit smoking cannabis not too long ago, just for a variety of reasons. I want to get into a different field of profession. I actually want to become a phlebotomist, and one of the things that you have to do is pass a drug test for that. And obviously, I can't with smoking weed, so that was the main reason. But what got me into it was I was an avid smoker. I enjoyed cannabis thoroughly over the years. I was smoking for quite a long time, and yeah, I just my one of my friends. I was working at Wendy's at the time. This was years ago. He told me he was going to go get his badge to work at a dispensary, and I was like, oh, like I never crossed my mind to do that. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll do the same thing. And I did. So I went and got my support badge, and it was just history from there. I've done several positions. I've done trimming, harvesting, that kind of thing. And then I got into bud tending later on. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Indeed, I smoked probably like 5 times, and then I was just like, this is not for me. And
Yeah, it's not for everyone for sure. I definitely get that.
indeed, I have like so many stories. I'm like, you're supposed to like build tolerance for it. And then like my pals thought it would be funny just to give me like the really good stuff and not build my tolerance up for it. And I was
That's a
just
sad thing.
yeah. I was stuck to a couch for like 3 hours once. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. But
Oh man, that's horrible.
indeed, so being phlebotomist, you love drawing blood, so that's pretty intense.
Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, doesn't it? I've always wanted. I think that's kind of what I want to do. I want to do that as like an entry level position, and then maybe work on becoming a registered nurse or something at some point. But yeah, I'm not squeamish or anything. Like blood doesn't bother me. So and I've always like whenever I watch the people that do it at hospitals or whatever, I'm like, oh, I bet you I could learn to do that. I bet they make like decent amount of money, like more than what I would make as a bud tender, like for sure. And yeah, that's how I got into it. And I'm going to be going to school to do that actually here at Parkview Hospital. It's a 4-month program, and after that I get certified, and then it's almost like a guaranteed position at the hospital, so that's super exciting.
Heck yeah, man, that's pretty good stuff. I love that you're dreaming big, and it's only 4 months, so it's fantastic. It's like you don't have to do like 4 years and all that any other that stuff. So
Yeah, definitely, and then I can work my way up and get my experience and all that, and it'll be awesome.
heck yeah, and a guaranteed position is awesome too. Other than music and wanting to draw blood and previously working in the weed industry, you love to cook too. So,
I do.
what is your favorite dish to cook?
That's a hard one. If I had to, if I had to pick one dish, it would probably be chicken and dumplings. It's a recipe that I have had in my family for many years, generations passed down, and it's fantastic. One thing I kind of cheat with it, just because I prefer the taste. So a lot of people they make dough, like fresh dough with flour and all that, but my mom taught me a secret. And she actually, it's pretty much cheating. She buys biscuits, like canned biscuits, and just tears them up and seasons them, and then that's basically it. And boil some chicken, put some chicken stock in there, and some seasonings, and then throw the dumplings in along with whatever vegetables. I usually use like either broccoli and carrots, or just whatever you want, pretty much. But that's what I use. And you let it boil for a while, and then it's good to go. It's one of the tastiest dishes you'll ever have.
Indeed, those biscuits like scare the crap out of me, especially when they're about to pop. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, yeah, they do me too. Like for a while, I would always get my friends to open them for me because I was scared it's going to make me have a heart attack. I'm like, oh, can't deal with this.
Indeed. But yeah, you hopefully what if you become like, because like one of your goals is to be a chef too. Um what if you become
um, I'm not really sure if I want to pursue being a chef like as a career. I guess more so just to have the knowledge. I mean, that might change eventually. Like that, I think that wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly. Thinking about it, but I more so want to just have the experience and know how to cook really really good stuff. That way, I don't have to go out to restaurants, even though I still probably would because nobody cooks the same. But yeah,
indeed. Well, whatever happens, I hope the best for you, and it's always good to like try everything, I think.
I appreciate it, dude. Heck yeah, I agree.
Indeed. Yeah, I've been learning how to cook during this quarantine stuff too. It's like, I wonder what I can make today with like, I feel like I just do like the chop thing, like whatever in my refrigerator in my pantry, and just like throw it all together and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes you'll get something that you never would have even imagined when you do that, though. Just taking stuff that you have and putting it all together. I've done that before and made some pretty good stuff.
indeed. So yeah, it's on the bottom there we have all of Christian's social networking sites for Oathkeeper, and Wu-Man Chu's information on the social networking sites too. And if you follow us and you subscribe to our channels and all that stuff, we will subscribe and follow you back. And
Yes.
also, we have his PayPal account information there, because I'm trying to raise funds for Christian's music career, as well as the staff at Smitty's Greenlight Tavern and the Hanging Tree Cafe. because every year they support us by having us have Sreth Fest at their venues. And so this is my way of giving back early too. So they're really good folks. Smitty's will be opening soon, I hope. And the Hanging Tree is currently open. They have really great food, from vegan options to like if you're a carnivore, you can eat their meat options too. They have really great drinks, so definitely go out and support them during these times. They're fantastic folks. But yeah, Chrystian, any last shout outs you'd like to share to the world while we're still here?
I want to shout out you and Sareth. You guys are awesome. Just putting on this fest is really a admirable thing, and I have mad respect for Sareth. And I want to shout out, like you said, the Hanging Tree, Smitty's, all the venues that are a part of it. It means a lot to all the bands and artists and comedians and everyone in here in Pueblo and everywhere else. We definitely appreciate them, and just the Pueblo music scene. I know that we haven't been able to play shows for a few months now, and everyone's getting a little bit impatient with all the stuff going on. But I have a good feeling about next month, and I have a good feeling it's going to happen. Just with everything, these restaurants are opening now, and there's several bars in Denver that are already allowing shows. So just keep your hopes up, and I think it'll happen. And I'm super excited, and I can't wait.
Indeed. Sreth and I appreciate you guys so much, and everybody else that's been a part of the fest since like 7 years ago, and can't believe we're going on 7 years this year. And
It's crazy.
it is.
That's a milestone, man.
Indeed. And for us to take care of each other is fantastic, and look out for each other. And that's all we all ever wanted, was to like just bring all the locals together and sprinkle in some out of towners too, and bring business to everybody and sell their merch and just get our word out there. Because man, I've been to a lot of festivals, and this one takes the cake, And
I agree with you on that. This one is by far my favorite one ever, for sure, because just so many bands and local musicians, and like you said, a couple of out of towners always make it awesome too. And it's a very unique festival for sure, very close. Everyone's super close, and I couldn't ask for any more than that.
Indeed, definitely a family for sure. I call it family instead of family because we just rock. So
yeah, family for sure.
Absolutely, I learned that from the band that I once managed called the Widowhood Effect, and they taught me that term. And so, Brandon Benoit, he's
yeah, he's a good buddy of mine, actually. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's fantastic. That's how we met. So it's like we took him. I set up a West Coast tour, and we just partied all the way out to Venice Beach, and so it's pretty awesome.
That's awesome. Heck yeah, that sounds like a blast.
Indeed. Alrighty, bud. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the Wu-Man Chu Chronicles, and I look forward to seeing you in July, and I can't wait to see you guys rock again. So I'll see you guys soon.
Absolutely, and thank you, man. Again, you're awesome, and Sareth too. Heck yeah.
Right back at you, Chrystian. You guys rock. Awesome, and see you all next week. Johnny Marquez is going to join us, so on the bill. So we will see you next time.